Good evening, everyone. It's good to see everybody as you're coming in. What's happening, Ramsey? Looking good, bro. Hey, everybody, as you're coming on, if you could let us know what city you are zooming in from tonight, that would be uber cool. And we'll give this a few minutes as we give our guests a chance to arrive. We typically never start till there's 100 folks on, and we average up to 300, 400, 500, depending upon the time of year. Things are getting a little quieter as we head into the holiday seasons. So again, if you haven't had a chance, just kind of let us know where you're dialing in from, particularly our guests tonight. We really want to know where you're from. And let me get to the chat. Very cool. The great state of Texas. We are the #1 solar company in the state of Texas. About 10% of all the solar in the state goes through us. About 2% of all the solar in the United States of America now goes through us. Saludos. Good to see everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. Good to see everybody again. If you haven't had a chance as you're coming on, let us know where you're zooming in from tonight, what city you're from, what state you're from. Welcome to Idaho, California, the great battle of solar right now in the great state of California. Help us join the fight against the dirty politicians trying to kill clean energy. Jersey's in the house. Give it another moment. And again, tonight's presentation is strictly dedicated to our guests here tonight. Our goal is to give you enough information to make an informed decision to join our company, be a part of the future of renewable energy. Join us, be a part. And we'll give it about 60 seconds, give everybody a chance to join in. The framework for tonight I'm going to open up for a few minutes, introduce our main speaker, then we'll interview a couple of our top performers on the platform, and then we'll try and address a couple of questions in the chat bar for our guests only, if we have time. And typically, one of you would address those, Andy or any of you, as I'm closing up the event. We appreciate it. So again, we'll give it a few more seconds and we will get started. All right. Well, we reached the 100 mark, so we're cool. Okay. And Puerto Rico. Okay. Welcome, everybody. My name is Bobby Smith. I am the field president of Powur, and our presentation tonight, again, is for our guests here that are dialing in to make a decision whether they want to be a part of the future of renewable energy or not. Our presentation is for you only. There are a few undeniable facts that we'll talk about tonight. Solar and renewable energy is predicted to be the greatest shift of wealth, and one of the most important ones in the history of man and womankind. It's never happened before. It will never happen again. I made a few dollars because I got in front of cell phones when people thought they would never catch on. I'm dating myself. I made a few dollars because I got in front of the internet when people thought the internet was a joke. It would never catch on. And here we are with solar and renewable energy. And yet there are people out there who will think that it will never catch on. So if you understand the undeniable facts that renewable energy is this incredible shift of wealth, and we have to do this for our children and our grandchildren. And then if you understand, as we talk tonight, that we are the platform economy for renewable energy. That's what this is about. We're not a solar company. We're a platform for renewable energy. And just like Uber and Lyft changed transportation, and you'll hear about how Airbnb changed travel and EXP changed real estate, Amazon changed retail, crypto changed finance, Peloton changed workout. We are the undeniable leader in the platform economy of renewable energy. So we'd like you to be a part of that if you see this fitting into your life. So I want to turn this over to our first speaker. Ramsey, you're out there, brother?
Yes, sir. I'm here, Bobby.
And Ramsey's an interesting case study, if you will, in our company. You can see a couple guitars hanging in there. He's not a sales guy. He's not a high pressure guy. He's a musician, right? And he has brought his passion, just like his passion for music. He's playing a different song now, right? He's playing the song of renewable energy. So if you could take these fine folks and walk them through our platform and share with them exactly what we're doing and why we're doing it and how we're doing it, that would be super amazing, my friend.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Bobby. And thank you for everything that you do and all the inspiration that you give so many of us here on the platform, including myself.
My honor.
All right, guys. So welcome. It's great to have all of you here. My name is Ramsey Clark. And tonight, as Bobby was saying, is an opportunity to hear about Powur, which is a company that's growing at unprecedented rates. And we're making a major splash in the solar industry. So as many of you might already know and love Powur, but tonight, as Bobby said, is really a special night designed for anyone who is here learning about us for the first time. So a little bit about me. As Bobby said, I'm a musician. I toured the world for about 12 years. I'm a singer performer, and music is my life. It's my passion. I still do it to this day. And that's greatly thanks to Powur as well. I had a back injury when I was overseas in China a couple of years ago, and it forced me to come back to the States. And I didn't really know what to do, where to go. I did a brief stint in another solar company for a two-month stint. I knew solar was something that I wanted to pursue. However, the model was a traditional solar model. Someone had presented Powur to me, and it was game over. I said, my own brokerage, I don't have to drive to any leads, anyone porching me and not answering the door. And then I saw what the platform offered and all of the benefits, and it just completely changed my life. So hopefully I can give you enough information for you to make a decision to see if it can change yours as well. So we are Powur. We install a lot of solar, but we're not necessarily a solar company. We're a platform. What exactly does that mean? Well, we're going to talk about that tonight. But in brief, Powur is a platform built to accelerate the adoption of clean energy. So I'd like to make a case tonight for why we are the right industry at the right time and why Powur is the right company and platform to help you build a thriving business. The great part about this is that it's an industry that people are already flocking to. Think about it. What we see in the news regularly, what's going on, and what we're feeling in our wallets, at our homes, inflation. We know things are getting, they're escalating, right? So the price of energy is drastically increasing and it's not coming down. But the good news is there's something we can actually do about it. So the value proposition of solar for the homeowner is that we're helping do this starting from day one. The minute the project gets installed and turned on, homeowners can save up to 50% on their energy costs. In some states like New Jersey, they see 70 to 75% cheaper rates than utility companies. The value proposition for the homeowner with the state incentive, some without it, is really a no-brainer. There's zero down financing options. You're going to be able to receive 30% back from the federal government. You're going to immediately increase the value of your home, and you're going to have clean and renewable energy. You know what I like to tell homeowners is that it's the same thing like what you're doing right now, except it's cheaper and cleaner. So that's a heck of a value proposition versus the constantly rising utility rates that we've all experienced over the decades. No ownership benefits. You're constantly renting. You'll always be paying for your energy. Whereas with solar, once you own it, all that power that you produce is yours and it's for free. So that said, let's talk about the business of solar. Just how big of an opportunity are we talking about? Well, it's pretty big. There are 130 million homes in the United States alone right now. Okay, some of them are not eligible because of tree shading, pitch, roof, and other characteristics, but 90 million are eligible. Right now, we're looking at 3.5 million who have gone solar. Guys, this is an untapped market. If you find another business model that has this much of an untapped market, message me and let me know because I want in. So that leaves 87 million eligible homes. Each average project commissions about $7,000. So this wealth is being transferred with or without you. So if it's that much of a no-brainer, why aren't we completely saturated? Why is this still an industry sitting at 3 to 4% penetration when there's 87 million homes who could benefit from solar? That's a great question. We think it's the model. Solar has been largely the same for many years. And while there's not a lot of innovation, or there's been a lot of innovation on the technology and the systems, there's been very little innovation on the actual model to bring it to customers. So Bucky Fuller, who's a renowned architect, systems thinker, and considered one of the early innovators that led to solar technology, said it this way: to change things, don't try to fight the existing reality. Build a new model that makes the old model obsolete. And if you think about it, it's true. You can't affect change by fighting the existing reality. You have to build a new model. We've seen this in so many industries. Think about it. Think about the way you do business with so many companies in your day-to-day transactions. Do you guys remember Kmart? We don't really hear about them today. Traditional retail has shifted to a world where we press a button and expect anything we want on our doorsteps the next day, thanks to Amazon. We're not flagging down taxis anymore. We're using Uber. If we're going to travel somewhere, we're most likely staying at an Airbnb because it's more efficient, it's more convenient. And this is the platform economy, and it's rapidly changing how we do business and how we live, industry by industry. This is an example of what Powur is actually doing for the solar industry, because we're well on our way to being the defining category leader for a platform that redefines, empowers, and accelerates an industry that is the most important in our generation. And that's clean energy, my friends. It's really all about the platform economy, the business model. The Powur platform connects all of the players who are needed in the solar industry. And it's simple when you think of why. We start with the seller and the homeowner and have created a platform model with complete transparency. That's huge. What it means for sellers is you get access to all of the leading solutions for equipment, financing, and more leveraging of our ever-increasing buying power. What it means for homeowners is you get a fully customized solution for less than the competition. Labor partners, product partners, and installers plug into our platform, making it even more powerful for the sellers. And regardless of where you're coming from and what your background is, you can be successful on this platform. Look at me. I come from the music world. I'm a singer, performer. That's what I did for many years. I had no sales experience, and this platform has completely changed my life. We have thousands of professionals succeeding on this platform every day. We recently did an insight survey, and we learned that about half of our users have previous solar experience, about 80% have previous sales experience, and many have no experience at all. And regardless of where you're coming from, this platform empowers you with what you need to succeed. Let's watch a video of just 3 of our successful sellers and their journey with Powur.
I just had my biggest winter in solar that I've had in 7 years. And coming from solar, having a big winter, that says a lot. My fiance quit his job last year, and now we both work from home with Powur. We're able to spend so much more time with our 3 children, and we're able to go on more vacations. I just bought myself a Tesla, and we also just entered escrow for a new home. I really feel like I'm living the dream life.
In just a few months working for Powur, I've discovered the real meaning of freedom, especially time freedom. I get to work my own hours, get to go to the gym whenever I want, and I get to spend time with my friends and family without having to take time off. I'm literally my own boss. On top of it, I've made more than ever before in my sales career.
Cada individuo que entra en Powur es como si fuera el propio dueño de su compañía solar. Porque Powur está enfocado en que cada uno de ustedes puedan lograr sus metas y sus sueños, pero a la misma vez que ayudamos a la adopción de la energía renovable al planeta. Me enamoré de ese trabajo porque ese trabajo me daba la libertad que no tenía en otros trabajos anteriores.
Other companies that I worked for had a terrible culture. I used to spend hours on the road driving from appointment to appointment for leads that just weren't that good. I was exhausted, I was overworked, money was tight, and I had to sell so many deals just to make a decent income. And there was time where I didn't know how I was going to pay the groceries.
Working for a boss in a big company was all I knew. At Verizon, I used to work 60 to 70-hour weeks with zero compensation for overtime. I'd wake up, go to work, come home, sleep, and start all over again. I had to request days off, and I missed a lot of Christmas dinners with my family.
Nací en Puerto Rico, en el 2009 vine a los Estados Unidos por primera vez. Mi primer trabajo fue en un hotel haciendo housekeeping, con el que limpia los cuartos. En Texas comencé a trabajar con Target y H-E-B. Después conocí Coca-Cola. Cuando me hablaron de la energía solar en el 2018, busqué en Google acerca de los paneles solares. Él me introduce con Edgardo González y Edgardo me dice el plan y la estrategia que tenía para hacer crecer esto, y yo dije, yo quiero ser parte de eso.
My friend Jonathan Brunasso, who I had worked with in several of my past solar companies, told me about Powur and how I can generate my own leads and offer customers so much more than the other companies. It just felt different, and the culture was completely different from anything that I had experienced. We just got back from Mexico, where Powur partnered with Prosperity Homes, and they took us on an all expenses paid trip. This is what I mean by the culture at Powur. No other company has ever done anything like that for me.
I won't lie, I was very skeptical in the beginning. Having spent my whole career as a W-2 employee, moving from guaranteed paychecks to 1099 was very, very scary for me. It was Jonathan, along with other great mentors, who convinced me that I should switch to essentially becoming an entrepreneur with Powur. When I started out in October 2021, I got help from a tier 3 sales partner to close my first few deals. Since then, I've closed 19 contracts in just a few months, and I've earned more than I ever have before.
I was blown away by how easy it is to enter a lead, and there's so much control that we have for customizing proposals for a homeowner. You can choose the type of equipment you want to offer them. You can choose the type of financing from so many options. And if you know they're getting a roof or an electrical panel, you can put that in right away. And there's so much control that we have to better serve homeowners.
You get the freedom of time and being your own boss, but you also become an expert in your field. The certification courses teach you everything you need to know, and if you ever have a question or need advice, you can dig into the knowledge base or even reach out to the thriving community of Powur sellers. I get to stick to what I do best, which is selling, and leaving the rest and brand messaging to Powur. It really is the best of both worlds.
Powur me dio la oportunidad de que sin dejar el trabajo que yo tenía, podía hacerlo part-time, y con el tiempo ese part-time podía darme esos ingresos que yo necesitaba para comprar mi casa, siempre y cuando yo cumpliera mis metas. Esa es la libertad que te ofrece Powur. Si tú tienes la oportunidad de alcanzar cada uno de tus sueños con algo que está ayudando a miles de personas a ahorrar dinero, ¿por qué decir que no?
I couldn't have imagined that I would be living the life I am now just 2 years into joining Powur, and I can't wait to see what we do next. My name is Cynthia Alvidrez, and I'm living a powered life.
My name is Jeff Hugh, and I'm living a powered life.
Mi nombre es William Contreras y este es mi Power Life.
You know, every time I watch this video, I absolutely get the chills. And my best way to explain what I'm seeing every week here is that these are people that they didn't really just come into Powur. They went all in. And when they came, you know, they created their stories. It's not just about work. It's not just about business. It's about life. It's about family. It's about true freedom and being able to enjoy life and do it with great relationships like we do here in Powur. So as a solar professional and entrepreneur, what you get on this platform is everything that you need to run a robust and lucrative solar business, from initial lead generations to sales processes to complete fulfillment of solar projects. You get everything that you need on a cloud-based platform that lets you literally sell anywhere. And I just want you to think about these different things: the marketing assets, the virtual proposal tool, the back office, marketing and generating leads, and creating and presenting proposals for fulfillment. And this is what I love most about this. If you look at affordable healthcare options, how many companies do you know that actually go the extra mile to make sure that you have an affordable healthcare option as well, so that you can focus not just on creating wealth, but on wellness as well? Let's bridge to this video and check out what's so cool. So it's really important to understand that as you start, you get all of these different tools: social media graphics, so you can post out there from your first moment on Powur, to different landing pages, so you don't have to go out there and recreate the wheel. So when you start and you want to find these homeowners that are interested, you get the most professional looks. You have high quality videos that are already made. And when those people are putting in their information, it comes directly to your platform as a lead, offering you our new graphics and marketing assets so that you can use it with a single click on our website. Simply change the details and you get physical and digital marketing that you can use simply with the click of a button. And we have so much of it. You can even use our new mail drop, where we literally, with a single click, target any audience, different neighborhoods, and send them graphics. So you create a footprint in every single area. Now, check out this proposal. A visual proposal is something that you can use that changes everything. I'm talking about the adders, the equipment, the lenders, and all of that is in front of your computer on one website. So you get all of these different options to change, and then you show it to the homeowner. You get the agreement signed, get the loan signed, everything in one space. And the beauty of all of it is that it's being extremely pleasing for the homeowner. It really is about getting everything you need to learn how to do it yourself. So our university is literally the best I've ever seen, teaching you how to design proposals, the adders, and everything that you need to know about what you need to put into the proposal so your homeowners really get the best treatment. Everything you could need is in the university of knowledge base. And this is what I absolutely love. The knowledge base is everything that you need to learn about what we have for the 30-year in-house warranty to different markets. You can literally jump in right now to the knowledge base and take a couple hours and learn any market that you want. You can learn about different lenders, all of our options, and we have exclusive partnerships as well. So here we're looking at the Powur certification in the university. You get all this. We have Enphase, Mosaic. I call the knowledge base kind of like our Google for solar. We also have our virtual site survey, which speeds up our process dramatically and actually incorporates the homeowner into the process, making it more inviting and fun for them because it's a communal effort. We're here to help them and to be on their team. We have our dashboard and reporting systems because every single project that we have has an actual project manager and operations manager. So you're supported the whole way. We also have a ticketing system that puts you in direct contact with them for any needs necessary. And not to forget, we also have an ambassador program where you can pay your clients or ambassadors $1,000 per referral, helping them, helping us, and helping the environment. So really, everything you need is on this tool called Powur, which is a platform that truly empowers and changes lives. So as a SaaS platform model, Powur is completely different from other solar companies in the industry. I know this because I used to be in one. Powur keeps only 15% of the net margins on any project. And here's how you benefit from that. On Powur, on personal deals, you keep 70% of the net margin of any project. Okay, that's the lion's share. This is an average of around $6,000 to $7,000 on most deals. And you get paid daily as your deals reach a commissionable stage. Now, we have a partner sales tier 3 program where you can earn while you learn. And you make more with the split commission than most companies pay when you sell on your own. Again, I can attest to that. We also have a lucrative revenue share program that Powur pays from the 30% they keep on every project. If you choose to refer others to the platform and build a solar sales team, you can earn between $100 to $600 on every deal in your team. So now that you've seen how lucrative Powur can be and its model, let's talk about the simple path that you can take at Powur. Once you complete an interactive and helpful certification course, you can get started. Everyone starts at what we call a tier 1 seller. As a tier 1 seller, you'll complete a minimum of 1 to 3 deals. And again, you'll earn while you learn. I know, it's amazing. And you can get started on your certification for tier 2. Next, you become a tier 2 seller, and you can start closing your own deals and earning the full 70% commission. At this level, you will complete a minimum of 5 personal sales, which will help you become an expert on the solar platform. Next, if you're interested, this isn't obligated, you have the option to become a tier 3 seller and have the option to not only close your own deals, but also help others close their deals and mentor new sellers. I highly recommend this, because we want all of our sellers to achieve tier 3 status. And we really want our sellers to be well-trained and represent Powur and the solar opportunity well to our homeowners. Our training programs are second to none. From a state-of-the-art training center that looks more like a media production company than a solar company. For real, look it up. It's amazing. To searchable interactive training content on topics ranging from top of funnel lead generation, tactics to in-depth solar operational processes and best practices. You'll learn everything you've ever wanted to know and more. And the best part is with our tiered program, again, you can learn as you earn. To get started, if all you know how to do is pique the interest and get a homeowner introduced to a tier 3 seller, that's all you need. Powur will grow right along with you as you learn. So let's talk about the model. How has Powur become so powerful? This model has contributed to substantial growth for Powur. We've grown because of our focus on innovation. We started as a humble lead gen company with a vision that has grown to a nearly $300 million company with back-to-back record-breaking crowdfunding rounds, industry professionals joining the platform, technology additions like our virtual site survey program, our enterprise program, our homeowner app, our project site app for labor partners, and more. You can purchase those discounted options that we were talking about when Powur does go public. Again, we're private. We're not even public yet. Is it setting in? This is big stuff, people. Installation rates are over 80% with Powur, and we're truly only getting started. This is just the beginning. Think about that. So you've heard of how Powur is changing the industry. You've heard of our products. You've heard of the income and how lucrative it can be. You've heard of the company and how we're growing and we have a sustainable model, the technology and leveraging economy for scale. But let's talk about something that is truly incredible and very personal and dear to my heart. It's our team and our culture.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Budd. I'm the CEO and founder of Powur. And if you made it this far, you've probably heard incredible reasons to join our company already. But I want to take a minute to share with you where this company really came from. 12 years ago, 2010, I was making lots of money. I had a successful digital publishing company, but something was missing. And I really wanted the work that I actually do every day to be making a difference, to be helping to solve some of the challenges going on our planet. I got a call one day from my friend Jim Bunch, and he said, "Hey man, I'm going on this trip with this organization, the Pachamama Alliance, and I think you should come. Can you come to the Amazon rainforest?" For some strange reason, I said yes. So I went down to the Amazon rainforest with the Pachamama Alliance, spending time with this culture that has no concept of trash, that has lived for thousands of years in that forest. And down there, in the middle of a ceremony with one of the elder shamans of this tribe, the vision for Powur came to me. What I knew in that moment was that I was meant to come back and start an organization, the first of its kind, that was going to figure out how to enable anyone to earn their livelihood and participate in the clean energy or solar revolution. And it took me almost 10 years to really figure out what it was, following the clues and the signs that has ultimately led to where we are today, which is this absolutely disruptive platform for the solar energy industry. Powur is truly here to make the biggest difference we possibly can, aiding our world in becoming sustainable, getting as much carbon out of the atmosphere as possible, and delivering the next generation of infrastructure that society is going to be built on. Now, on top of that, our purpose is to reward financially the people who make that happen more than they ever have been in their lives before. We have this fundamental belief that if you get paid really well to do good, then you're going to do more good. The vision for Powur is to build the largest clean energy platform on planet Earth. And I think the potential for Powur is to truly be a global distributed energy utility that is delivering essential services that we all need for survival at breakthrough costs. This is not just solar power. This is solar power plus storage so that we can become our own utility and we're truly grid independent. This is transportation, whether that's electric vehicles or other forms of transportation that are coming. This is, of course, our appliances and the electrification of the home. This is how we grow food, how we source water. All of these are going to be challenges in the future, and technologies are enabling a new type of way to meet these needs. So this is an incredibly exciting time, and the platform is just in its infancy. And we're now getting to the point where we're able to add so many different types of installers, whether it's HVAC contractors, roofers, solar installers, all of the infrastructure that we need to live in a sustainable world, save money, and lower our carbon footprint. This platform is going to be able to sell and fulfill. I truly think this represents a multi-trillion-dollar industry, and there is no other company, not one, that is close to where we are today in giving you the opportunity to participate. Powur is owned truly by the people. We have now done 2 record-breaking crowdfunding rounds in which we let every single person in our ecosystem become equity owners of the company. In addition, we offer stock options to every single person who joins the company if they hit certain performance criteria. And we want it that way because truly our purpose here is to shift as much wealth to the people who are building the clean energy economy as we possibly can. This is truly the time to leave your mark. This is the time to go big, to make your dreams come true, to build that career, that lifestyle, that best life that you've envisioned for yourself, making a difference, doing it with people you love, and creating the financial prosperity that you know is possible for you. So, it's been my honor to meet you and share with you a little about the vision, origin, and purpose of Powur. Now it's your turn to join this amazing company, and let's go out there and accelerate the adoption of sustainable energy together.
I mean, come on. It's easy to see why we love Jonathan, and Jonathan has been such a big inspiration for me as well. Coming from music, I didn't think I was going to find that sense of belonging that I found in music that I found here in Powur. I'm new to sales, but coming on this platform, I feel like my family extends all over the freaking United States, like in California, Texas, Arizona, Connecticut. I have so many friends and I've developed so many relationships with people that I talk to daily that enrich my life and fill my heart and truly mean a lot to me. So I just wanted to say that. When you have Jonathan, someone like Jonathan leading the company, that's what you get, you know, and you just can't go wrong with someone like that because his heart, his mind, everything is in the right place. And it's no wonder that he continues to attract incredible people to join this journey. Just to give you an idea of the kind of company that Powur is at its core, we are a certified B Corporation and a public benefit corporation, which means everything that we do is focusing on creating the highest possible positive impact we can have in this world, balancing purpose with profitability. But you can't just take my word for it. Here are a few of our customer reviews from the people that we all work so hard to serve. We're proud of many of the accolades I've shared with you tonight, but none more so than our 5-star ratings on Yelp and our A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau, as well as our high NPS scores. These scores mean we're winning for customers. They mean we're making a difference in people's lives. And that means something. The highest compliment we receive is when one of our customers refers someone else to Powur, and we get that compliment daily. So enough about us. Back to where it all started. Remember, there's a massive opportunity. 87 million eligible homes. 87 million. A solar installation happening every 60 seconds. And my question to you is, what part of that will be yours? How big could your impact be? You can be part of not only a major shift in how we power our homes, moving the world to a clean energy future, but also you can be a part of a shift for yourself and for your family. A shift that could mean time freedom, location freedom, inner freedom, and financial freedom. A shift that could quite literally change your life, like it did Cynthia's, like it did Jeff's, like it did William's, and like it did my own. To get started with it, it's pretty simple, guys. We have a one-time $99 onboarding fee to get your account set up, to get your CRM, to get your back office. And then it's an $85 monthly licensing fee where you basically get everything you need, from proposals to your homeowners, for the graphics, from your landing pages, your dedicated project managers to work on every single project for you. You get everything. Your solar sales and fulfillment software suite, your cost of goods model and 5 ways to earn, your diverse access to leading equipment and financing, your tools, your training, and the culture to support your growth, which is the biggest thing, in my opinion. I can guarantee you that after you leave here tonight, you'll never look at another rooftop the same way. I know I didn't. When I was first introduced, I could not. And the people that were on this platform just kept inspiring me and kept motivating me and kept me going. And that's what keeps me going today, is this group of wonderful people that I can call my family. Now it represents an opportunity to help other families go solar and start saving as well from day one. An opportunity to earn more and build a thriving solar business. An opportunity to be part of the solution for the greatest crisis of our generation. So you can tell your kids, I did my share. And you can be happy about what you did and fulfilled. I invite you to get back with the person who invited you here tonight, to join us in our mission, and most importantly, make your impact in the fastest growing industry of our time that is now undeniably the future of energy. Again, friends, I invite you to join our mission. I'll see you soon. Bobby, back to you, my brother.
Well, thank you, my friend. You know, that was truly brilliant. And it really is one of the best presentations I've watched. And I mean that, Ramsey. And it's impactful for me because I know that your life will never be the same after tonight. You know, once you realize that you can influence hundreds of people, and then thousands of people, there's no difference. It's just a mathematical equation, right? So now it's just time to take the brilliance that you've shown tonight and just keep changing the world, my friend. So, and we might come back to you, man. So we've got 2 very special guests on tonight, Andy Smith and Mark. Can we get them up on the screen simultaneously? There's Mr. Smith And let's see, we've got Mark there. We are, guys. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, folks, again, for our guests listening in, every week we interview two special people, Randy, in our company, so they can share their story with you. Again, companies can say anything. It's the individual sellers and consumers that really constitute what the real opinions are and the real thoughts are. So, Andy, let's start with you because, you know, you helped start this company. You've been around before me. You've been around since the very beginning. Maybe you can share with our guests here. You had to have an extraordinary vision to remember when I joined the company, even back then, you couldn't talk about climate change because people thought it was a political debate. And the first 500 or so people when I joined the company, Andy, maybe you can give some thoughts, is they weren't in this for the money because there wasn't any money to be made. We were paying out $200 a lead, I believe. We were a lead gen company. So Andy, maybe you can share with the people out there your vision, what you saw. I know Mr. Bud, but you know what you saw to go from that to being the fastest growing solar company in the United States and perhaps the world.
Sure. Well, thank you, Bobby. Thanks for having me this evening. It's a real honor to be here. And Ramsey, that was the best presentation I've seen too. That was fantastic. Yeah, you're right, Bobby. In July 2015 is when I watched the short movie, kind of like the one we just saw with Jonathan, and it sparked something in me because, like him, I felt unfulfilled. And you know, I knew that I'd wanted to learn more about what he was doing, and spent the day with him, and he laid out the vision for the company. But the vision he laid out then, even is way below where we are now. It's just been an incredible journey. Yeah. I was very blessed that I came here. As you mentioned, it was very, you know, the income was very low, but you had to have team building skills, which I had from my previous ventures, and so I built very fortunate to build a great team of people over those years and just grow as Powur evolved and changed. And then in May, I think it was May 19, when we became a fully fledged solar company where we were controlling the whole process of solar, and the income went exponential. From that point, it's just been an amazing journey, skill development, learning, meeting the people on here, new friends like Ramsey along the journey, just a great place of culture, abundance, and freedom.
So Andy, you've played a lot of roles in this company. You've been one of the early leaders, early investors, corporate. You held up our sales training for quite some bit. Now you're back out in the field. I know you've been traveling the world. You've got a son who's an up and coming race car driver. You know, I mean, maybe you can just share with our guests here tonight, you know, what having an open mind. And I know you're very passionate about the future and the planet and everything else. Maybe you can share again for our guests, you know, what having an open mind really has to do with this process.
Well, that's a great question. So, you know, as a family and as an individual, as a dad, asking questions about how I want to live my life with my family and the legacy I want to leave them. My son Cameron was 7 when I became part of Powur, and very much is my reason for being here, to throw a stone and make some ripples in the universe that hopefully will benefit him and his future generations. So I definitely come from the tree hugger equation, but as it's grown, you know, I'd learned, because we're a platform company, the ability to really use that to leverage how I want to live. So what I mean by that is, as you mentioned, my son's a racer. We were just 3 months in England, living 3 months in England as he was racing, and I didn't miss a beat with my business. We were 3 months in the Galapagos Islands. I sold projects from the Galapagos Islands, albeit it was a little sketchy on the internet occasionally there. But just to have that time freedom to be with my family, I haven't missed a day of his growth ever. It's just an extraordinary opportunity, and now we're creating the abundance. Albeit we need to have Powur continue to break records, and me myself do the same, because racing is not cheap.
We'll try and continue to help you fund your son's racing career. Stick around, Andy, got one more for you. So Mark, again, welcome to you as well. Mark, maybe you can share a little bit for a moment with the folks out there and what your background was and what attracted you to Powur.
Sure. I've been in the solar industry about 5 years now. Really been vetting the Powur platform, Bobby, yourself, and Charles and Jonathan for a couple years mapping out my plan really to be a huge force across the country, but not just across the country, across the world. I have reps in Amsterdam, DR, Mexico. We're a worldwide sales force, and I enacted that plan about a month ago when I joined Powur, and I plan on being about 100 strong here in a couple of weeks, and maybe 400 strong by Valentine's Day.
And when you say that, for the people that are on our platform or listening in, so we're not a multi-level marketing company, but we are a direct sales firm, and one can build a team if they choose. If they don't want to, that's cool too. But we have people now earning over 6 figures per month in overrides on the performance of others. I know Mark plans on being one of those and breaking those records. So, and Mark, maybe you can share with the folks here what your experience has been since you joined the company.
Incredible, being a Native American and really, wanting to help Mother Nature. Every time I see Jonathan Budd speak, I like get goosebumps. It's like I said, I've been mapping this out for a couple of years, and I really kicked it into overdrive just a month ago. I've barely been with Powur for a month, and I am so impressed. It gives me the chance to really go nationwide. When I was a small solar company in Boca Raton, I was limited to 50-mile radius as far as my guys want to drive. But now it just opens the whole world to us.
Yeah, and I think, Mark, that's a brilliant point that you made, because folks, you understand, anybody can take a job for a local solar company. They won't make as much money. They'll probably make 1/3 to 1/2 of the commissions. It might be simpler, but here's where they lose all the money. If you do a good job and you get a customer that loves what you did for them, raise the value of their home, save them money, help to contribute to the environment, now they want to refer people. Well, they want to refer their parents in New Jersey. And if you work for a local firm in Boca, you can't sell them. And they want to refer their brother and sister in California. But guess what? If you work for a local solar company, you can't sell them. So if you're a solar just to give you an idea, in August, we had over 1,100 new people join our platform. The average solar company hires a rep, maybe once a month. We're bringing on 800, 900, 1,000, 1,100 new sellers per month onto our platform, which just opens up. And I want you to understand logically what that does, people. That gives us better pricing than anyone else. Everything is driven by math. The world is driven by math. We're able to get pricing that the local solar company can't get. They can't compete with us. We're able to get financing that they typically can't get. They can't compete with us. We have a 30-year warranty that they can't get. They can't compete with us. And that's why we started a whole new division of our company called Enterprise, which we believe will be $1 billion division of our company. And that's for the solar sales organizations that they're moving their companies over to our platform because they can't get what we have. So, Andy, I would turn it back over to you. So what would you say to our guests tonight that are trying to make a decision?
Well, as you mentioned, I spent 2 years in corporate running sales support and working on the training side and helping with the development of the Tier 1 certification. If you're new to solar, or even if you're experienced in solar, you can plug into our platform and receive some of the best training in the solar industry, bar none. You'll be equipped to go out and really become a professional in the solar industry. You'll have the opportunity to work hand in hand with experienced Tier 3 mentors on your first projects to guide you through. And you'll just have a great opportunity to learn those skills, implement them, and take this wherever you want. If you can live life on your terms, at your location, in your time of work, your time frame, and create the abundance to the level that you want. It's all here for you. There's no downside.
Brilliant. So Andy, again, we can't thank you enough for the contributions that you've made to Powur. We wouldn't be where we are today without, extraordinary professionals like yourself. And we're honored to have you continue to lead and help us raise the bar and get better at what we do. So thank you again, my friend, and we appreciate it.
Thank you, Bobby. An honor.
Mark, to you too. What would you say you did your due diligence? You're a player. You're a guy who's capable of extraordinary things very quickly. The average person might not be. What would you say that the average person out there, or the person who thinks or is that extraordinary player out there? What would you say to them as they're making their decision?
It's an interesting time. Electricity prices are going up like crazy. I know my clients in Texas, they went to bed, their electric bill was $500. They woke up the next day, it was $900. To me, that's a mortgage payment. You know, it's not that hard to convince somebody, hey, your electric bill is going up, get it under control. You know, I had my dentist call me, you know, out of the blue a year later, yesterday, $2 million home in Boca. Hey, I'm ready to go solar, Mark. It's $100,000 deal. It's not that hard, guys. It's not that hard. Just cast a wide net.
I love it. Well, Mark, again, we're thrilled. We know you're building one of the fastest growing teams in the company. And we're honored by what you're doing. And I can't wait to get down there, work with you a little bit personally and help you scale this nationally. We thank you again for every contribution you're making to the platform. Can we bring Ramsey back for a moment too, as well? And put the feature on him. And again, folks, I want to ask you a logical question, right? You're someone out there trying to make a decision, right? Do you think that the government, do you think that the electric companies are going to lower their prices anytime in the near future? You think that's their plan? Do you think that's in their thinking? Do you think that's going to happen? Do you realize the government, the United States government, and the governor of California right now is contemplating trying to kill clean energy in the great state of California? Do you realize that Governor DeSantis killed a bill a couple months ago, that they snuck a bill into the House of Representatives to try and kill clean energy in the Sunshine State in California? A few years ago, they snuck in an illegal amendment again in Florida. So, you know, I ask you to put your logic hat on. Do you think electric prices are going to go up or down? You know, are you trusting the economy with your current job or your business or your occupation or your industry? You know, and lastly, again, if you're a solar pro out there, you got to think about, you know, and if anybody out there, who do you want to hitch your wagon to? You know, we are insulated as well as possibly could be against supply chain, which you have to think about that. Right now, Powur's been averaging between $25 and $50 million cash in the bank, right? Which enables us to buy up a lot of what's available out on the marketplace. You could take a job for a local solar company, go sell your butt off for the next 3 months, and then you find out they don't have product to install, right? These are the kind of decisions, the kind of thinking that you have to make. Ramsey, I'm bringing you back again because I'm really just so proud, of what you did tonight. We talked earlier today. We talked about how to take a music career and maybe motivate people through music and bring the two together, maybe music and write a story or a tune about renewable energy, you know? So, and I'm encouraging everybody out there tonight, even if you're a guest or whoever you are, that, you know, Ramsey's your roadmap. You can be a guy or a gal that's never sold before. You can be a guy or a gal who's had a career that's completely has nothing to do with this. You've never spoke publicly. You know, this is scary what he did tonight. To get up in front of hundreds of people, one day it'll be thousands of people do that. Ramsey, you know, how's it feel? You got it behind you. Now, my son took his first finals for law school. I know how he feels. He didn't sleep last night. I know how he feels today. How's it feel to take a breath and realize that you just did something this freaking cool?
I shed a tear, man. I was getting emotional. I was like, dang, because I put in a lot of hours, and you know, I'm proud of myself because I freaking did it. And you know, I'm so happy with this platform because just before this, I helped a homeowner go solar, and this family has 7 kids. Okay, so they were in a certain situation where I was really making an impact on them, and that means a lot to me because I can help people. I can feel good about it. I can help the environment, and I can do my music at the same time. I don't have to stop doing what I love, and now I have something that I can couple with that, which is what I love too now. So Powur has given me a new passion, a new burning desire to develop myself, my intellect, my mindset, me as a persuader, as an influencer, as someone who cares enough to listen to people, to actually give a damn, you know? And I wasn't always like that. And I feel that joining this platform, being around so many incredible people, such as yourself, such as Jonathan Budd, Jim Bunch, the list goes on. There's so many that I can't even name them right now, but I just feel so honored that I was given this opportunity, and I just have a new fire that's kindled in me. And that conversation, like I said this morning, something clicked in me, something changed. And I don't know. I closed the deal just now. I helped these homeowners go solar. I think I did okay on this presentation, and I'm just on cloud 9 right now.
So one correction, my friend, you weren't given anything. You earned this, right? You stepped in, and I know you've also inspired. I hope there's hundreds of people on here tonight that are saying, hey, in next year, I want to give this presentation. I want to inspire people. I can do this thing. And Irene and our people behind the scenes who are responsible for this can coach you up and help you do this. And we don't trust this presentation with just anyone, because there's money on the line, the environment's on the line, people's livelihoods are on the line. And we pick people who really have paid their dues and have chipped into what we're doing. Look, folks, in closing, solar's not easy. You know, we put holes in 1,000 homes a month. You know, we put holes in their roof. You know, we build construction projects. We are in a time of COVID with supply chain issues and permitting issues and lack of employees at these offices. And it's not easy. You know, nothing in life that's worthwhile is easy. But remember also, we're not just a solar company. Solar is the beginning. You know, next it's energy efficient HVAC and electric vehicle charging stations. I'd like to have electric vehicles on our platform. I personally believe that the product we'll probably make the most money on hasn't been invented yet. Because 10 years from now, when we have 50,000 sellers or 100,000 sellers, and we're around the world and global, that product that's going to hit the market that hasn't been invented, that could change the world. And a smart company always looks for distribution. So when someone invents that next great thing that can impact the world from a renewable energy position, and here's Powur with 10, 50, 100,000 sales reps around the world, who do you think they're logically going to give their product to? That's what I think about. That's how I try and think about the business. It's not about today. It's not about tomorrow. It's about 5 years from now and 10 years from now. Folks, if you're an entrepreneur out there, remember, anybody can say anything. Any company can say anything. But when you catch a company like this, you know, with 50 million in cash in the bank, that's headed towards $500 million in revenue next year, where our board of directors has raised billions in venture capital, where we deal with the executives of every major finance company and every manufacturing company in the industry, where we've broken records on Inc. magazine now 3 consecutive years. You know, anybody can say anything. But if you're an entrepreneur, you wait for that magic moment when you can catch a company that's done these miraculous things, and no one knows who the hell we are. They don't even see us coming. Remember, Elon Musk lost $6 billion in solar and just pulled out of the residential solar industry. 2 of the other biggest solar companies in the United States are filing for bankruptcy as we speak. They made bad decisions. They didn't have the right leadership. They got greedy. Again, they weren't looking at the right things, at the right guidance. They just weren't doing it right. And here we are breaking records every day, every hour, every month, and every year. And it's because of people like the 3 gentlemen that you met tonight. And where's the ladies? We need ladies night. We need more women presenters up here. We need people from all different cultures. Today we launched Puerto Rico. We're so excited about the impact that we can have on an island that gets blown away every 5 years by the hurricanes that man and womankind have caused. Folks, California's on fire. You can't eat the fish in South Florida from the red tides. Houston is having ice storms. Puerto Rico is under climate attack. We have got to do better. I ran a nonprofit cancer foundation for 10 years before this. It's important that we all step up and we all look at our children and we look our grandchildren and our future grandchildren in the eyes. What are we doing to protect their future? Because if we don't make a change, I can promise you this, according to every scientific mind in the world today, our grandchildren will not live the same life that we live if we don't take action. So Ramsey, I know you've inspired a whole new group of leaders. You've done more than you ever could have conceived tonight. You've made us proud. You've made the industry proud. You've made Mr. Bud proud. I'm sure he'll get note of this. And we're honored that you joined us tonight and did your thing, brother. Now it's time to write that renewable energy song, build some kind of gig in South Florida to get the youth inspired and the kids inspired and the college kids inspired. And that's how you affect change, is by inspiring people to make that change. So for all of you tonight, for all of our sellers, we appreciate you. We hope you're enjoying a tremendous holiday season. For our guests here tonight, what the end of a year is really about is looking towards next year. How different do you want your life to be next year than this year? Do you want to do what you were doing, or do you want to hedge your bet? You know, Mark Cuban doesn't need the money. That's not why he's on Shark Tank. He's on Shark Tank because the smartest people in the world always diversify their portfolio. It is unsafe to depend on one job, one industry, one company, or one market. to diversify. If you're a real estate agent, come on. The industry's in the tank for the next 2-3 years. If you're a mortgage professional, come on. The industry's over for the next 2-3 years. If you gain the trust of any homeowner through what you do for a living, this is a no-brainer. Adding solar to your portfolio. If you've never sold before, that's okay. We're not selling anything. Solar is an IQ test. It just makes sense, right? So be a part of us. Take 5 minutes, get back to the person that invited you here tonight, get your questions answered, and be a part of the future of renewable energy. For Ramsey and for Mark and for Andy and for Irene and our entire team, we thank you for spending this time with us tonight. We appreciate you. Good night. God bless. Peace.